Hello, hello. I don't know if the Falcons fans will have made it out of hiding in time to watch this video or not. It is time to review the Falcons. I just want to say um, this team was the better team on Sunday for the Super Bowl, and it was just a colossal collapse. I feel so bad for Falcons fans out there. They basically had it in the bag. I tweeted at halftime that this team was going to go down as one of the quietest, most dominant playoff teams of all time. Such a great roster, and it's going to be quite the road to come back from that game. Only 5 rushing attempts, I believe, after establishing a 25-point lead. Very questionable play calling. Just pretty tough. But time to look forward here at the Falcons. I have them fifth in my 2017 season power rankings. They're definitely set up to not necessarily going to say repeat, but definitely set up to be very good again next year. A lot of young players, but it is a grind, and we saw what happened to the Panthers after a disappointing Super Bowl performance in 2016. So we're going to take a look here at the roster now. Matt Ryan, I move him down. He was a 95 overall. Matt Ryan's a great quarterback, but we saw kind of his flaws in that Super Bowl game. The consistency kind of caught up to him, but it's just some poor pocket awareness late in the game. And yeah, 89 might be a little low for MVP, but I had Cam Newton as an 84 to start the season. Definitely think Matt Ryan's better than Cam Newton. And you're nitpicking at this point, because Matt Ryan is a great quarterback. This will put him at probably about the 7th or 8th best quarterback in the game, which is about where I have him. So yeah, he goes down just a little bit, still very good. And then Matt Schaub potentially moving on to the Niners with Kyle Shanahan. And then at running back, Devonta Freeman goes up a little bit, just a do-it-all back. I love watching him. And Tevin Coleman about the same, down a little bit. Patrick DeMarco, I love him at fullback. And then the receivers, Julio Jones, rating doesn't change, but I did make him a little faster, a little stronger after the catch. And at 98 overall, he's going to finish as one of the best 2 or 3 players in the game. I think he'll probably be on the cover of Madden 18 would be my guess. And then the rest of the receivers kind of go down a little bit. Mohamed Sanu, a fine player, and Taylor Gabriel, also pretty good. But again, my ratings tend to drop players a little more than EA had them. Onto the tight end, had to drop Jacob Tamme by I think it was 10. He's not even the starter anymore. Austin Hooper's the starter. Jacob Tamme's always been fine tight end, but never really any great traits about him. And I think Austin Hooper, going forward to next year, has the much higher upside. He's still very young. Offensive line, Jake Matthews, he goes up quite a bit. I think, we see some great things from him. Matt Ryan, that's a big part of Matt Ryan's success this season, was not really having to worry too much about that backside. So he goes up. Levitre stays the same. Max stays the same. Chester the same. And Ryan Schrader, a great right tackle as well. Onto the defense. Definitely a lot of youth on this defense, but some holes as well. Vic Beasley, I move him from outside linebacker to D end, just more accurate to what he actually plays. And that also moves him up to an 88, which makes him one of the better pass rushers in the NFL. Adrian Claiborne, hoping Falcons can get him back healthy. And then Dwight Freeney, I feel bad for him because you got to think he was going to retire if they got that Super Bowl, but now second thoughts about that. He might be back, might not, but the other side of this D-line here, Adrian Claiborne is very serviceable, but they might look to address and get another elite pass rusher opposite of Vic Beasley. I like the D tackles. I've been watching Grady Jarrett for a while now. Not surprised to see him have a big Super Bowl. And then onto the linebackers, they got the 2 young, really freak athletes in Devondre Campbell and Deion Jones. I think they'll continue to develop and be their guys going forward. Hopefully they can get Weatherspoon back, who had a good year before getting injured. But they run a lot of nickel, so just a lot of 2 linebacker sets. And then the corners, they get Desmond Trufant back, which will help a ton. But Robert Alford really impressing me in the last 4 or 5 Falcons games. Really, ever since he got that contract, he has stepped up. These two are going to be a dynamic duo. And then I had to move Jalen Collins down, Brian Poole down, and CJ Goodwin up quite a bit. Just some kind of inaccurate ratings, I think, on the step chart. And then Ricardo Allen goes down, and Keanu Neal is a stud. So that's going to do it for the Falcons. Next up, we're going to have the 49ers. So we'll see you for that. Peace out, guys.